My name is Natalie. I'm one of the co-founders of Cover, and I also head up product and design on our team. So for those of you that are not familiar with Cover, we are a mobile-first insurance entity, and we launched just under 3 years ago out of Y Combinator. It's crazy to say that it's been that much time. It feels like very, very quick amount of time. So the bulk of our business we make by selling car and home insurance policies, but we've pretty much insured anything that you can think of. We've done comic book collections, pets, drones, a tank, racehorses, that's a thing. Really anything that you can take a picture of, we can create a market for that risk. And we do that one of two ways. One is through our brokerage arm. We're appointed with 30 carriers across 50 states. And the second is through our MGA, where we're working on creating a suite of our own Cover-branded insurance products, which we will be releasing in the near future. So I did start off my career in fashion shortly after graduating from Queens. I made it out of one university, not the second. I moved to New York, where I was working for a fashion brand. Stayed there for a few years, came back, and then I reconnected with my current Cover co-founders, and we built a company called StyleKick. So Cover is not our first business together, it's actually our second. Our first is we built a shopping app where we were selling high-end fashion on mobile. So even though we've made this very big, sometimes weird shift from fashion to insurance, we still approach product design the exact same way. And the reason for that is shopping apps are very consumer-centric because the purchase decision is one of want, not of need. You really don't need those Ultra Boosts, they just look really cool. But insurance, on the other hand, it's compulsory. You have to have it legally to drive a car, to sign a lease, to get a mortgage. You really have no choice. And the products out there, they make you feel that way. So at Cover, we honestly believe that the future of insurance is as a commodity, and that product design will be a key differentiator in the future. So while we have all these tools now like Sketch and Envision, your product has to be beautiful, it has to be functional, it has to be modern. Those are givens. But really what we should be designing for as fintech apps is to make sure that our products give our users confidence and that they trust whom they purchased from. So I'm running out of time, I'm gonna be honest with you, so I'm gonna book it through the rest of this. But it's not all apples to apples. There are unique product challenges to fintech that we didn't face in fashion and shopping. And the first being that the bar to educate a customer is just that much higher. What we're selling is intangible and it's not intuitive. There's really nothing intuitive about a deductible and a premium amount sharing an inverse correlation. Nobody knows that. Our daily active users are just not that important. There's really only a few key times per year that someone is going to come to a finance app. And our basket size is huge. So when you are selling somebody a policy for $1,700, they are very careful in where their money is going and how it's being spent. We really can't have the excuse of, oh, it was lost in the mail or something happened to it. People are really conscious of that. So the following are just some tactics that we've uncovered doing this for as long as we have. And the first is to force simplicity by designing mobile first. A mobile screen is just that much smaller. You have to be really careful with how you're using your space. People aren't coming there to browse like Instagram. They're truly coming there to get a task done. So that task has to be clear, use simple copy, and it has to be above the fold. Jargon is not really a replacement for helping your customers understand. Your copy should be written for them, not for yourself, not for your investors, and not for the people in your industry. A product funnel, it's really the same regardless of what you're selling. You have the same steps that you're going through to purchase something. What you really want to be aware of is where your happy moments are and your not so happy moments so you can iterate and fix it. And last point is whether it's a fancy pair of jeans or it's an insurance policy, the decision is still emotional. And really what we want to do is design for trust. Geico spends $1 billion per year getting that brand awareness. And as a small startup, we really can't compete with pockets that are that deep. But what we have done is work with trusted brand partners, which basically explains, why we went brokerage first. We're able to work with carriers that everybody knows and has a relationship with through that company's respective marketing. Bridge the education gap. It's very important for us to cover to not only show them here's how you get a better rate, but also here's why selective discrimination happens in insurance. And finally, our entire customer journey, it starts the moment that somebody finds you in an ad all the way to when you are talking to our sales team. It's just really an extension of that. And every time that somebody does interact with your brand, it's an opportunity for them to trust you and just learn more about you. So that's all I got for you.
Two questions.
Hi there, great presentation. Why P&C insurance instead of the life business?
So how our original idea came about was that we wanted to make the process of getting insurance just as easy as taking a picture of that item. With life and health insurance, it's just a set of requirements to get that. Usually with life, you need like blood samples and other type of medical reports, and that was our initial hypothesis with going after that market first.
Last question.
Hi, sorry. I just wanted to ask you a few points. So you've gone from fashion to insurance, and I've had two distinctly different careers in my life, and I struggled to try and convey that I was still knowledgeable in something else other than where I started. What would you say to someone that is yet to make that step to say, even though I know this, I also know this? And how do you get to that point?
So for myself, I went and got an insurance license. So I'm a licensed agent in 50 states. That was, 52 hours of recorded study, which was exceptionally painful. But, you have to bridge that education gap for yourself, because it's definitely not the same going from selling shoes to selling insurance. And it was truthfully up to me to become that expert, because regardless of who you're talking to, customers or investors, they won't give you that benefit of the doubt. You have to do it for yourself and make yourself that expert that you want to be and you want them to see you as.
Natalie, I lied. We're going to get another question in quickly.
An innocent question. You are an insurance agent, licensed insurance agent. In my old times, there was an insurance agent that would knock at the door and would fill in some. Am I correct? Is it?
It still happens today.
And you are now coming with a mobile interface. Good. And then you say also that you're looking at new products, insurance products. In both cases, to my mind, from my understanding, it's a big challenge. To develop a new insurance product, there are algorithms that are incredibly complicated, and you have to have mathematicians. They have a name. I just know. Actuaries. So you're planning to work with actuaries, probably, at some point in time.
We do.
Very qualified workforce. Then serving as a brokerage, you work with established, big insurance company, and you must be embedded in their infrastructure in a way. It's not, you have your customers and they must show up in there. How does it work? You don't have a database that stands alone.
So when you're setting up the MGA that it gives you the ability to write your own insurance products, you have to set it up by line and by geography. So you have to do it sequentially. The brokerage arm allows us to place customers who do not fall into that geography. We can still help them and service them. So really anybody in the US that comes in through cover, we will be able to place the item that they're looking to insure. It may not always be with our products, but we will help them out regardless.